I don't think PK wants to get divorced.
So what do you think he's doing?
That's what I'm trying to understand. Did you, at any point, want a divorce?
I believe that, unfortunately, this is what ends a marriage. I believe that rather than bringing out the best in me, you can bring out the worst in me.
I think he needs to understand what he's doing.
What he's doing.
Before I can understand what he's doing.
Yeah.
We never actually had the conversation about the apartment.
Yeah, but I didn't want to have the conversation about the apartment.
That's my point.
Well, that's my point.
It's very complex.
Because it's like if he doesn't want divorce, then this is not helping him.
The reason I asked you to retain a lawyer was in an attempt to try and have a commercial, sensible conversation because we were not able to communicate. So bring in some experts to read.
I kept telling you that we need to communicate.
Like if he wants his marriage, this is not the way to keep it.
I think it's complex. I think it's layered.
You know, defending your spouse, I've seen myself do it. I've seen Kyle do it. I've seen Dorit do it now. And they're telling you exactly what's going to happen.
I wake up to a 7-page email, and it was a barrage. It was predominantly financials.
And I think when men say, I'm going to do A, B, and C, and write it down, I think you need to, you know, pay attention to that. You know, if you're not going to be together, let's get a plan, a financial plan, a visitation plan, whatever. It's the unknowing. That is horrible. And I see Dorit experiencing those feelings that I had in a different way, in the sense of, where is he? What is his next move? How does he really feel? And I've got these 2 children. I said he's ruthless in business, so he would be ruthless in the business of divorce. And I believe that then, and I believe that now.
Is he doing his therapy?
He is.
Okay, that's good.
But, you know, he's been doing a lot of it, and I just don't see
the results of it. Oof.
And that's what unfortunately makes me feel less and less optimistic. Now, I'm not suggesting that I know what I want. Yeah. Because, Boz, I'm not in a place where I can tell you, I really want this or I really want that. I don't think I am. Right. I don't know.
Maybe it's easier to answer like what you don't want.
Yes.
Because like I would say,
Tell
you
me.
can say your words yourself, but I would say you don't want divorce.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
And that's okay to say.
But I don't necessarily
know
if I want.
I'm not saying you should say what you want.
No.
I'm saying you don't want divorce. Now, we don't know what the opposite of that is, because it's not as simple as being like, well, if I don't want divorce, it means I want marriage. It's not as simple as that.
Right.
But being able to say, I don't want divorce,
you can have that
without having the opposite of that also be true.
Interesting.
It's like that's not, they don't equate. You can say, I don't want divorce, but it doesn't mean you want marriage. You might want a different marriage. It may also be true that you don't want to be married to him. Yes. To the him that is him right now, or the him that was him.
Yes.
You might want to be married to a future him, but maybe you don't know who the future him is, and maybe that's what you're waiting for.
Yes.
And that is okay.
Damn. I mean, all those thousands of dollars for...
Girl, just buy me a bag.
Honestly.
It'll be okay.
Seriously? This is just absolutely 1,000%.
Do you not wear your ring normally?
So when we first separated, I had them on.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take it off. Yeah. It felt so weird.
Oh, man.
I couldn't.
Right.
It was like 10 years I had them on and never took it off. It's funny enough, I didn't think about it, right? Yeah. But the paparazzi were following me around, and then I would see, like, she's still wearing her ring.
Lord have mercy.
So it was something that was like brought
it became
to my
like a thing.
Yes.
That was like not even your thing. Somebody else's thing that they brought to you.
Yes, much like Kyle saying about the pictures.
Yeah. This looks like a shrine.
Oh, God,
why does it look like a happy anniversary party?
And then there was a point, and it was, I think, I was just so hurt and so upset, and and I was processing and realizing, okay, this is real, this is blah, 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 that I just thought, you know what, it doesn't feel right to wear this anymore. Yeah. And I put it away. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. When Peter died, I had a very hard time taking off my rings. I remember like an aunt, a very well-meaning one, she was like, you know, you shouldn't wear that, it'll hurt you if you keep looking at it. And I was so shocked by that, because it actually brought me a lot of comfort to still see it. And then one day I felt like, I don't want it on my ring finger, but I also don't want it to go away totally. So then I took his ring and started wearing it on my middle finger. And then over time, I felt like, I don't really need his either. And so then they both came off. But it was like a gradual step. And I don't know that it makes logical sense for anybody else.
Makes perfect logical sense to me.
But it's like, that was my journey. I feel like, if more of us were honest about the way that we feel about things, we would be happier, because then you wouldn't be so influenced by other people's opinions on what you should be doing with your life.
Yes.
At Santa Lucia, they had, who knows if they have the kind of chocolates and the little candies I like, so I did bring some snacks, yes. I still want to eat it, is that wrong? I get very hungry late at night.
What are your must-haves? What do you have to pack?
I like to have my pillows, my fan.
Are you bringing your fan?
Of course I am. My skincare. My vitamins. I mean, all the things that I'm used to. I do take a lot. I do. I'm trying to think of how I could just scale it down, because you know what? It becomes to the point where it's taking control of me. And now what I do is pack. Let's say I'm going to be 3 days in cold weather, and then I'm going to be in warm weather. That's how I pack it. So I'm kind of living out of the suitcase at this point, because by the time I get to the hotel and have to unpack it, I'm exhausted.
Oh, my knees.
How many bags would you check for a flight?
Well, it's not that I check that many, because Rick doesn't allow it. He doesn't want to do that. And then if you have a better chance of losing luggage. And it's always my suitcase that we can't find it, or it's coming in on another flight. And then he gets angry. So I do try to jam it all into one big one, and then just one for my toiletries. But my toiletries can take up 2 bathrooms. I bring everything under the sun. Oh, and I need my black mask I've been buying the same mask for 30 years. And it is so comfortable. It's got foam here, so you can actually have false eyelashes on and put it on, and it doesn't touch or mess your makeup up.
What did you think about the fact that your daughter is expecting you to have 1, but possibly up to 3 children?
First of all, that girl is not in charge of my womb, okay? I'll make things very, very clear, okay?
Well, she can have an opinion.
Sure, she can have an opinion, but she's not in charge.
No, she's not in charge.
Okay?
But
the decisions are not made on whether or not she wants 1 or 3 siblings, okay?
Would you guys want, like, multiple kids or just, like, 1 more?
I got him to take a sip of wine right there.
This is the same girl who didn't want any siblings before. And
When did she say that?
She has said that since she was like, she could talk.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Up until probably a year ago.
Right. Until you wanted it.
Yes. And then she was like, okay, maybe. But yeah, no, she's not in charge of my womb.
I vote Lael being able to have some, being able to contribute to the decision. Okay. I vote for that. The nice thing is that you're going into this with someone that you know is thoughtful,
yes,
responsible,
right,
loves you, cares about you.
Yeah.
And that confidence sort of makes whatever the potential, God forbid, risks are, feel a little bit less scary.
Yeah.
Doesn't take it away.
What is the pa? What is that?
You know what? I know, I don't even realize it. Jewish people, it's like...
like a superstition or something?
Yeah, it's like, because it could be used in different things. So, but it's usually like to protect and to...
I like that.
Oh, it's very much...
I might take that on.
Protection thing.
3, pa?
Yeah, well, it's like pa.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Learning.